Hello everyone, and welcome to Development Branches and Git in Veezoo. So why might we want to create a development branch? Firstly, if we want to work collaboratively, so if we have multiple people working on the same knowledge graph safely without overwriting each other's changes. And secondly, because we want to make a substantial change and we want to validate it before making it accessible to our users. So with each of these processes, the users get a seamless experience of using Veezoo. So first of all, we're going to pull from the main branch. We're then going to make our edits and test everything, validate, make sure it's working correctly. We're then going to pull from main again. And this is to make sure that no one else has made changes in the meantime while we've been editing our branch. And finally, once that's all synced and there are no conflicts, we're going to push that back to main. So let's take a look at how this works in practice. So here I've got a logistics pharmaceutical data set. I could create my branch from down here, but equally I can go into the studio and I can look at Git operations here and I can create my development branch there as well. And I'm just going to use the default naming. So here is my new knowledge graph, exact replica of the main one for now. And I'm going to go into Veezoo and I'm just going to make my changes. So maybe let's optimize this knowledge graph. Okay, good. And let's take a look, see what it's come up with. And we're just going to apply all the high priority fixes. And we can see we have made some changes here and some relationships. So we've updated our knowledge graph. Let's take a look back in the studio. I'm just going to refresh this to make sure we now see those changes. And if I took a look at the edit history, I can see what we've changed. And we can see here that we have 5 changes ahead of main. So if I click on this one, I can see what these are. Okay, that's great. So assuming now that I'm happy to apply these changes, I can go ahead and push the changes to the main knowledge graph. So as we can see, it's going to pull from the main branch again to make sure that nothing's changed. But wait, merge conflicts detected. Okay, so we need to resolve these manually. So let's take a look and see what's happening here. And here's the offending culprit from my branch. It's been changed to distributor ID. The original was distributor ID, and the main has since been updated to distributor's ID. So I think in this case, I'm going to accept the changes from current because I prefer my version. And then we'll go ahead and continue. Good, no more failures in the knowledge graph. Let's go ahead and push my version. Wonderful. So you may have also noticed that in here we have Git remote as these currently grayed out options. So this is where you may have your own Git repository that you'd prefer to use instead of the Veezoo default. So this is how it would look in an architecture where you're using your own Git repository. So the main flow would be, we have the main knowledge graph. We pull it from the main. We make our changes, validate the numbers, make sure it's working correctly. But instead of pushing straight back to the main knowledge graph, we will then push it to the remote. Within the remote, we'll then do our peer review merge with other branches as necessary, and then push to main here. And then finally, from within Veezoo, we would then pull from the remote Git. So there we have it. 2 ways of working safely and collaboratively using development branches within Veezoo. Thanks for watching.